We'll know our disinformation program is complete when everything the American public believes is false. William Casey, CIA Director. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my late night live stream. Typically I would do something earlier, but it's kind of had to relax. I'm solo parenting for this weekend until Tuesday. So, and it's going to be busy most of this month because after that, I'm solo parenting again, plus my mother's visiting, and then there's Thanksgiving weekend. So let me just go ahead and do my usual. It is the first of the month. Let me get rid of the black background part here. So first of the month, what I do is I disclose first video of the month. Sorry, this is my first video of November. Disclose the amounts of donations I've received. You can usually look at it on Bitcoin, on Vertcoin, how much I've gotten there, and I've gotten nothing. 17 months going with nothing via Vertcoin or Bitcoin, which is funny. I did take money out of my Patreon and gave it to Susie Dawson when she needed it, and that's where the address is to her. Vertcoin, anyone there? Nope, still nothing on Vertcoin. You can donate via Google Super Chat. And there have been, is there monetization stuff? Live chat? Is that live chat? Yep. You can see all of mine here. Nothing for the month of October. Oh, wait, there is one. Sorry. Portfolio Co-op, $2, Australian dollars, for me watching Stalker, which I will get to. I will. I'm also helping out eventually for the Flat Earth People Finder, zoomtruth.com. You can go ahead and go there through here. But before I go into that stuff, oh no, shit. I should have done the black background. You can see active PayPal, payments received, all currencies from 9/22/2019 to 10/31/2019, and of course we can do it live by just going to November 1st, and you can see it's the same. So that's all I've gotten so far, which isn't much after many years, but that's okay. I still do this as long as I can. Now, let's see what else is there, but thank you everyone who has donated to me. And if you don't have any money to donate, you can prove the globe Earth by contesting it with Zen Garcia, which I've had a interview with, and just donate to me a 10% finder's fee, to $15,000 from Zen Garcia. You can just prove it in court, get money from him, donate 10% as a finder's fee. It should be easy, right? I mean, he grew up believing that the Earth was a globe, so the proof should be out there, huh? Okay. And as always, you can always join me on my show. Some of the things I may go ahead and present something. So you may be in the waiting room, or I'll just let you in. And if I'm trying to say something, I'll just say, give me a couple minutes while I point this out. And all of my stuff is for free. You're not going to have special content. You're not going to have to watch certain material, you have to pay a monthly fee or something like that. No, even my services are actually free. You don't have to pay me. Some people do, some people don't, but that's just how it is. So one of the things I am getting involved with is the Flat Earth People Finder, Zoom Truth, with Greg and David, and I should probably put their links in with mine. But anyways, you can sign up at zoomtruth.com, find other people around the plane, and it's good. I like the idea, the premise, and let's see where it goes with it, because I think it's going to be pretty cool, actually. Excuse me. Oh, all right. Nitty gritty. So let's new version of Google News is available. Let's try it out here. I'm a little worried. Are you? Hi, Shirley. How are you doing tonight? You should come on in. Basically, the biggest news as far as Hillary Clinton goes is this, and I can always just do a refresh. That's why I like doing things live. You can actually see me refreshing on the browser itself. You've got the URL here, high resolution. You can see everything. You can do the same thing. Trevor Noah asked Hillary Clinton how she killed Jeffrey Epstein. Now, the whole thing with Jeffrey Epstein is very awesome, Shirley. She can come on soon. So the thing with Jeffrey Epstein is very convoluted, I would say. I mean, there's just a whole history of Hillary Clinton. People who just oppose her publicly end up suiciding themselves or dying of weird ways, and usually the same ways. But this one with Jeffrey Epstein, okay, so he's running his own mansion in his own island, a pedophilia ring, prostitution ring, whatever, getting a lot of notable people out there and probably using it as blackmail. I'd say a lot of people do want him dead, but he probably has many people who are with him, who are joining him, who have dead man switches available, going out there to provide to the public all the things that someone is doing, and therefore you got a lot of control. So his death sparks a lot of controversy, and just having him die and nothing come out to the public as far as a dead man switch, because that's the only way you can keep yourself alive, by playing the blackmail game. So Trevor Noah asked Hillary Clinton how she killed Jeffrey Epstein. I would probably show the video, but oh man, they really like to copyright block people, copyright strike people, The Daily Show. So I don't want to do that. You can probably find it. The Daily Show is free online, I think. And another thing that I watched a long time ago is this was with Snopes, and Snopes has always been pushing conspiracy theory wackery for the mainstream media and people who are conspiratorial. So did Hillary Clinton get her wish that Trump would run for office? An old claim resurfaced in newer, fancier clothing by Bond Huberman, published 24th of October 2019. A photograph proves Hillary Clinton wanted someone like Donald Trump to run for office, and the rating is miscaptioned. And of course, they're segueing it to somewhere else. But basically, it actually started with mainstream media, where they interviewed, and we can go ahead and look at it. Let's look at Hillary Clinton, Hillary and Bill Clinton having Trump run 2016. Now, you're going to have Washington Post, New York Times, pretty much the mainstay of the mainstream media, the most prestigious, okay, telling you about this. And of course, it's verifiable by you can actually read the email that WikiLeaks provides. And it's basically there. So basically, Snopes is calling out Washington Post for their, I guess, bogus article, and Snopes. They won't put anything out, as far as they always kind of bounce stuff off of each other. Mainstream media, they'll have sometimes. I think a lot of the strategy is to just sacrifice one outlet to make another outlet look good. I mentioned that previously in another video. The quote of the day. One of my quote of the days is, "We'll know our disinformation program is complete when everything the American public believes is false," by William Casey, CIA director and the director of our intelligence agencies are not voted into office. They're appointed. It's just like cabinets. But the thing is, they stay unless they get taken out by whoever's the acting president, or if they just get fired off by the Congress. Congress can get them out of there too. So just interesting stuff here. You can always look up Bill Casey, and what your thoughts are on having appointed positions within security agencies, which has no oversight from the United States public. You can't vote them in, you can't vote them out, you can't do anything. But they have all the control in the world. They could dictate, they could just shut you down pretty much. Nothing will really happen to you. They control all the information going in and out. All right, let's go to some chat right here. I mean, that's pretty much it. I just find it interesting. All right, let's see what Joe Mama says. Someone who's new here. Isn't Epstein basically MSM narrative? How do we know anything about him? Or that he isn't just a made-up nut to distract people from the biggest exposed lie of them all, the flat stationary Earth? You mean the big spinning globe Earth? Is that what you mean, the biggest lie of all? I mean, covering up that the Earth is a flat stationary plane. Yeah, I think that's what you meant. I don't know. I think the idea of Jeffrey Epstein, there's just so many ways to play that angle. It's like, who's really going to know? I would say they secured something. And I think it's at the point where all the cards have pretty much been played. So it's kind of more of a... Right now, it's just kind of a show of force, I would say. It's like, look, we can take you in. We can do whatever we want. We can tell people you're dead. You know, if all of this falls down, if the house of cards falls down, it falls down. So you're going to be dead anyway. We're probably just going to... nothing will happen to us because we're protected. We'll just go to prison, you know, the nice fancy health spa edition of the federal prison, out in 1 or 2 years, and then just retire. Or they'll just say, oh, had a heart attack, never seen from him again. They're probably retiring up in whatever private island that they live in, or they just get politically exiled or something like that. Heck, so many right now, they just do things whatever, willy-nilly, and they just keep doing it. Right now, it's almost to the point where they don't even care. There's just, people are just either so confused or brainwashed, or so picking a side, one side or another. They just don't really care. It's like, oh, we got pedophiles in office. Someone is that I or we or whoever voted for, they'll just say whatever they want. We know that they're lying, but we still vote for them anyway. At least they lie. At least they lie. I'm thinking Bill Nye, which rhymes with lie. Bill, at least when they lie, you can at least choose how good that they lie. And yeah, I like that guy or girl, woman. They lie really well. I think they'll make a good president. It's at that point. Well, we don't get the best. We don't get to choose the best candidates for office. It's always the worst candidates for office. People always choose the lesser of two evils, or the more of two evils, really. So people who are like really excited for Bernie Sanders, not the 2016 version or 2020 version, who's also kind of going back to the 2016 version, or Tulsi Gabbard or Elizabeth Warren. Yeah, I mean Elizabeth Warren's kind of more into that centrist camp anyway. Um, it's never going to be any of those anyway. Biden, no, he's not going to get anywhere. He's probably dropping out pretty soon. Oh yeah, no problem, Joe Mama. Crazy times, yeah, crazy times. It's it's almost nothing you can do except for to laugh about it. It's just so crazy. It's hilarious, really. How did we get to this point? that's the that's probably the craziest part. It's like how did we get here? Did they just bamboozle us? It's like they like figure out maybe it's multiple things. I got a lot of dust here. Sometimes it's flies. Yeah, it's just how did we get here? And a lot of people, I mean myself included, a lot in the past, blamed everybody before. It's like, everybody else tried and failed, or everybody else in the past didn't do anything about it. The thing is, I've been trying for the last couple of years now, and I've failed. I can't do anything about it. As much as I can, I keep trying. Maybe something will work. Maybe something won't. Maybe I'll get enough people to try to do something, even if it still doesn't work. But if you do nothing, yeah, you're gonna change nothing. But if you attempt to change something, well, you might actually go and change something. But you can't change anything without trying to change something. It's like it's like I was a kid. I was a big Star Wars fan. I always wanted to use the Force. Whenever I saw Empire Strikes Back, Luke is hanging upside down on Hoth in that cave and trying to get his lightsaber to come to his hand. I just try for as long as I could every time. Just try to get an object to come towards me using the Force. Never happens. But you know what? It would absolutely never happen if I never tried. But that's just a bad analogy. There's other analogies that are much better. For example, let's materially speaking. There were certain jobs that I was looking for. Okay. And I would never get those jobs unless I applied for them. I would never get those jobs unless I interviewed for them. I would never get the specific base salary or whatever without negotiating for them. So if I just did nothing, I would, like right now, not looking for jobs, not going into interviews, not looking for salaries. Look, I'm getting nothing. At least I'm asking for donations, but I'm still getting nothing. But if I didn't ask for those donations, I would definitely get nothing. You see where I'm coming at? It's like the people who say things are impossible. It's like, no. You can't climb Mount Everest. That's impossible. And then someone does it. Well, someone had to try in order to do it to actually make it so it wasn't impossible. So, but the people who just say it's impossible, you know what? They're not going to try. Some of them might say, yeah, it's probably impossible, but you know what? If we're going to fail, we're at least going to fail attempting to do the impossible until the impossible is done. I mean, I think there are like world records in sports, world records in races, things like that. Everyone goes, oh, that record's untouchable, and then someone breaks it. I think, like, as a big NBA fan, basketball fan, like John Stockton's career assist record, most people would say, yeah, that's impossible. You know what? It's going to be impossible if you don't even try to go for breaking that career assist record. So if you don't try, well, you're not going to get it. You're not even going to you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get anything done without trying to change things. And then just if you can't change anything externally, actually, if you can't change anything internally, if you can't change anything about yourself, you're not gonna get anyone else to change for you. So let's see. So the stuff that I do, I guess, if people see me successful in trying to change something, and people go, "Wow, Ebon's trying. He ain't accomplishing much. He keeps failing. So I'm not gonna do anything. All it takes is one success, and they go, man, look, you could watch all of Ebon's 1,000 or whatever videos, probably 900 something, because a couple videos got taken away, blocked, but at least you can see just that trail of like, oh, there's Ebon doing this. Oh, this is what happened to him. Oh, this is Ebon doing this. Oh, that's what happened to him. Oh, here's Ebon doing this. Hey, what? Wow. Something happened. What happened? How do you do that? And a lot of it is just the truth, just telling people the truth, or at least exposing the lies. Truth can be kind of hard because it's just so, there's just so many things to just remove. You gotta remove all that crap, because basically if people don't want the truth shown to people, they'll layer it with lies. They'll whatever. It's just like people who have this, or actually more of a society or cultural view of beauty, whether it involves makeup or plastic surgery, which is pretty popular these days, is people just put that stuff on. It's like, wait, don't excuse me, I should get a drink here. All right, when I'm drinking here, we go to a place that's called Just Tamales. It's really good, and they have Jamaica. It's on a plastic bottle though, and I've made Jamaica tea. It's very potent, but I talked to the lady that works and owns the place. He says just water it down a lot, add sugar, and that's it. So. And this is watered down with melted ice, so it's not that good. All right. Hey, how's it going, Shirley?
Everything's going fine. I missed what you were talking about with Hillary with the conspiracy.
Oh, yeah. Mainstream media is pushing a lot of conspiracies. For example, one of the ones that was Snopes, of course, you heard this one before, where they're saying that did Hillary Clinton get her wish that Trump would run for office? Except the problem, and so they're trying to put in conspiracy theory that that was all made up. But the thing is, Washington Post had an article on it, and then you could verify it by reading the WikiLeaks emails.
Yes, you can.
Yep. And
he had a list: Ted Cruz, Ben Carson, and Donald Trump.
Yep. And the other one is that there's the latest one is Trevor Noah of The Daily Show. He asked Hillary Clinton how she killed Jeffrey Epstein, and that got people laughing. That got Hillary Clinton to laugh, and that's just another thing, just to make anything that's that was used against her in 2016 to be laughably conspiratorial. And what?
Well, so Dr. Biden said it was a homicide.
Yeah. So the question is why are they pushing the the quote unquote conspiracy theories for Hillary Clinton?
They're trying to get her to push the run.
Yep.
And I don't know how she's going to do it because she hasn't been campaigning. Beto just dropped out yesterday.
Well, there's multiple ways to do it. Latest.
She didn't get my vote.
Yeah, she's not going to get.
I don't think she got anyone else's vote.
No.
She's going. All they doing is repeating 2016, and they're going to be. They're going to cheat Bernie again. Everybody's saying, "Oh, Bernie can do it. He can beat it this time." He beat it the first damn time. They took it from him. And they're going to do it again.
Yep. Yeah.
Because my mayor and my DA here endorsed Elizabeth Warren. I'm like, what the hell are they endorsing her for? She hasn't even been fucking nominated yet.
Yeah. I was going to say something about that, but I forgot. What was I going to say? Claude Alley to normalize it. Yeah, well, nothing happened to the DNC in 2016.
They never reflected, and they never said we're going to do something different. It was like, oh, no, nothing ever happened. Let's move on.
Yeah. So if nothing happens to them, the behavior's not going to change, and people don't get that.
And Bernie, honestly, is still leading in the polls again to beat Trump, like in 2016. They know it. Biden's falling. Warren is falling. Kamala Harris, she just fired her New Hampshire campaign staff, so she about to drop out soon too.
Mm-hmm. Someone dropped out today. It was
Beto O'Rourke.
Beto O'Rourke, yeah.
Yeah. He ain't have a chance anyway. He ain't have a chance running for office the first darn time. Raising all that damn money. It don't take money to help you win. I wish they would realize that it's the voters.
Yeah. And one of the things that I noticed was Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton both were just talking with Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and how they pushed that Hillary Clinton. It was Hillary Clinton's idea to get Ruth Bader Ginsburg into the Supreme Court. And did you see that one news station push accidentally that Ruth Bader Ginsburg died in 2019 or something like that?
Yeah, I say they lying.
Yeah. So
I think that woman ain't going nowhere for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I think
they want her to die.
Yeah. They want her to die.
And that's sad.
I know. The reason why they want her to die, because she's the kind of the liberal, the female Supreme Court justice. And if Donald Trump gets reelected, he's just going to put a male conservative into the Supreme Court justice. Therefore, the left is going to be more fired up to get a Democrat, no matter who it is, so they can put in another female or something like that into the Supreme Court, and someone who's more, leftist or liberal. And
you don't hear nothing about Sotomayor.
Yeah, but she's healthy. She's young.
Yeah, I know she's young, but you don't hear nothing about her or what she voted on. Well, damn, you don't get nothing.
Yeah, we don't get nothing.
I forgot. Propaganda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Carter Page is a plant. I don't know who Carter Page is.
He's part of the Russia scandal. He never met Trump. I said, this all is bogus, this Russia thing. Now, if they lose their election, they're going to blame the Ukraine. Trump won because the Ukraine helped them. Yeah, they get ready to get started. I see it now. And that's a bogus lie, just like the Russian lie.
Yeah. I mean, when you were talking earlier about how to get Hillary Clinton in as the DNC nominee, well, they can have her run late and push for her and saying, look, there's so many candidates dropping out. There has to be someone representing the one part of the party, right? And also, there's been no one else to get, as far as people know, Hillary Clinton still won as far as the national popular vote. So she still has a good chance. He's just, the strategy's there.
That popular vote, that don't count. If it worked, she would have won.
Yeah, well, there's still legislation involved in getting a couple of states to pass national popular vote legislation. So
I doubt if it will happen. And the
It's
only
close.
two states they'll do is New York and California.
No,
And
there's
that's why the electoral vote is there.
yeah. Well, if enough states has it where that's what they do, well, the
I'd
electoral
rather
college is
have
gone.
I'd rather have Donald Trump again than Hillary Clinton. I swear for God, I told you he's the only guy that I don't like him, but
Hmm.
he's the only president that has not done as much as the others.
As far as what, in your opinion?
He ain't started another war because Obama was just doing the shit for 8 freaking years. His first year he was doing stuff.
Yeah, but he's still helping like Israel and Saudi Arabia.
And that's the
Um,
only thing I don't like.
y-
And Obama was doing the same thing too.
yeah, I mean, basically, what people don't see as far as Trump supporters is Trump has a lot of proxy wars. So he's giving a lot of aid to certain
Yeah,
states.
he just gave aid to the White Helmets, the terrorist group.
Yeah.
4 point something million dollars. I say, I don't believe this shit.
Which is actually a pretty good strategy as far as that, because it makes him look like a non-warmonger, but
Yeah.
and he's protecting the troops, etc., getting troops out. So, but he's also building the military up, so it makes him look good no matter what. He's a military person, doesn't want to waste lives. He just gives money, military aid, financial aid to very questionable groups.
And some of his true followers really believe him. They don't know he's lying to what he told them. I like uneducated people.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, that's the thing about the sidism, right? You know, when people pick a side, it's like no matter what Trump does, he's always on the right side. You know, it's like the same people with Hillary
Yep.
Clinton. But I'd
He
say,
just had a rally last night in Mississippi.
yep,
Obama should have been doing that. He didn't care about nobody. Oh, he was just the bankers. When he first was in that White House, after I voted for him,
hmm,
and I saw Citibank walking in behind him, Geithner, something. I'm like, oh hell no! What the hell is he doing?
yeah.
That turned me off.
I also read on the news the other day, at least just the headline is Obama is starting to raise money for the DNC. So
Yeah,
he's
he did a speech in Chicago the other night talking about the woke people. Stop doing this. You shut the hell up. Everybody is woke now. A lot of people are woke now about your ass, especially black folks. Because you ain't care about us. You protected the cops more. By signing that bill, I never forget when I saw that on TV with all those cops surrounding him.
yeah.
Now you need to take back what you said about Trayvon Martin because it looked like my son. Because that was a slap in the face when he did that.
Yeah, but he's still really popular on the
Yeah,
DNC
but the
side.
people are idiots. They still drinking the goddamn Kool-Aid.
Oh, Shirley, you cracked me up. Yeah.
They still drinking the effing Kool-Aid. I mean, Tavis Smiley and Cornel West was warning us when he first ran. We were getting kind of pissed at him, but now I see why they knew what they were talking about. They say don't think he's the Messiah, and everybody and they still think it.
yeah.
People that love him.
There are people who want Michelle Obama to run instead of Hillary
Oh
Clinton.
hell no! Are you talking about Michael?
Michael? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Michelle? I meant. Oh, goodness gracious.
There's so much we didn't know about that man. We didn't know nothing about him. Even I saw an old interview with Trump saying, "Where does this guy come from?" Because he knows everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He did not know him. And I knew a lot of politicians in Chicago because they so corrupt. You can't help but know who's who over there.
Yeah.
But anyway, Papa said, I don't know where this guy come from. That's when he started questioning his citizenship.
The Kenyan.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that. That
yep,
was fun stuff.
yeah, it was. Hillary started it, but he took us to a whole new level because it irritated him. He didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Like he said when he was in that debate with all the Republicans, what was it, like 16 of them? He
Yeah.
said, I donated money to all these people, even the Democrats.
It's like,
Mm.
who's this Obama? Who is this guy?
Yeah, because he ain't know nothing about him.
Yeah. Yeah, he just
And
kind
I
of
think,
appeared out of nowhere.
yeah, because you didn't know nothing. I'm finding out a lot of stuff now, man. I'm finding out a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He was chosen, and nobody really know about that Bilderberg meetings. He was chosen.
Eric's
So
here.
they,
Or in chat. I don't know if he'll come in and chat with us, but hi
yeah.
Eric. Sorry.
Hey, Eric.
Burped. We'll see if he comes on in. But yeah, it's funny how when the mainstream media pushes a conspiracy theory, it's like it's valid. Or if they make fun of it, then they debunk the conspiracy theory that's out there that are made by crazy people. Right? It's always the opposite with mainstream media, isn't it? It's funny that way.
Yeah, man. Michelle Obama was out the other day giving a speech. Black people need to know that y'all need white folks. I mean, what the hell is she talking about? I wish they would just shut their goddamn mouths up and put a plug in it, including Hillary, because her and Chelsea been going on interviews
Yeah, they
on
have
TV.
their book tour and stuff like that.
And I know they pay to be put on the top seller, so that shit ain't real. But they say the book was on the top seller. Just like they pay to get an award at
Yeah.
the award shows. That's why I don't even watch them no more.
Yeah.
Everything is fake now. They've been talking about, oh, Trump saying things is fake. Well, Trump is right. I gotta give him credit for that.
Remember the Oscars? They gave the people with the white, was it that white helmets?
Yeah, oh yeah,
That documentary?
yeah. That was George Clooney that did that documentary, and someone else. I said, how are you giving terrorists an award? And George Clooney did a documentary. All of them in bed with one another. Hollywood, all of them.
Yeah. And Obama with the Nobel Peace Prize. Oh.
Yeah, they regret that they gave him that shit.
Then who else did they give the warmonger Nobel Peace Prize to? The
Well, Obama gave Bush a medal.
Yeah.
For the what's that? For the not. Wait a minute, what's the foot I read? Well, I know he gave someone a medal for the Iran Contra scam.
Henry Kissinger. They gave Henry Kissinger a Nobel Peace Prize too, a long time ago.
Who he never met a war he didn't like either.
Yeah.
That's Hillary Idol. She lets you know about her true self, who she idolizes and follows.
Yeah. Just it's just so funny. I mean, we, as much as we try, Shirley, we really can't do anything. I mean,
No,
even
they don't. Our voices don't care
yeah,
at all.
yeah,
At all. But we got to get out on the streets like the people in Paris. I know they still out there. They got to be in their 50th something day, but the media don't talk about it. I only hear them like when I watch Fault Lines or RT.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the world is gonna be a lot more supportive and more activist if they see Americans going out and protest, having a civil unrest, like France, Hong Kong, and Venezuela,
Well,
Chile.
I think Hong Kong, the U.S. is involved in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they involved in that crap.
And well, I don't know because like there's been a lot of pushback by the Chinese government and Chinese-owned corporations to stifle Hong Kong support. So
Hong Kong want to be like they are. They don't want to change it. If they side with China, they won't have free speech and nothing like that.
yeah, I think I heard one conspiracy theory saying that I think in 2020 or there's been a plan by China to invade Taiwan pretty soon. So that might be interesting because right
Well,
now,
I mean, that's crazy.
why?
Why would they want to invade Taiwan?
Well, China's always been wanting Taiwan for a long while, except Taiwan had the backing of the U.S. government to say
And
no.
that's just like the U.S. always wanted to go after Iran.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So we
I
might
don't know
see
why. He just put sanctions on them. I'm like, what the hell?
Jersey G81 is saying 100% agreed. The world is waiting for us to get off our asses, but it's not happening.
Yep.
I
We need
mean,
another Vietnam. We don't have a Vietnam War now, but we're similar. But it's just we weren't invited in these countries. But we need to get on the streets. We
yeah,
really do. Like they did in Vietnam, and the soldiers was upset, talking about we were being disrespected. It's no offense to them. We know you were over there, but we know you joined because you couldn't find no jobs out here, and it was purposely set up this way.
yeah,
And then they need the mothers and fathers need to march about the recruiters in the schools. Because I never liked it when I was a teenager in high school. I'm like, what the hell are they doing here?
they did
I
that.
will never join the military.
They did that with me. I joined the military. I saw what it was about. It's the people who join are good. The
No,
orders,
yeah, I know, because my brother did a career in it, in the
yeah,
Army.
but the people
So,
who are on
I'm like,
top giving the orders, not so good.
no. They lie to them soldiers.
Yeah,
They don't take care of their veterans. It pisses me off.
yep,
And then all these commercials for these, join the military, the Air Force and the Marines and the Army. I wouldn't send my kids there at all.
yeah.
We'll just struggle and strive.
I would if any of my kids decide to join, I'll say go for it. It'll be one of the greatest experiences that you'll have. But follow your heart, your gut, protect the Constitution of the United States as you're meant to, and don't do anything against it. And you're gonna.
They not even following that freaking
I
Constitution.
know.
Obama jacked that up.
But the thing is,
And he was a constitutional lawyer.
yeah. The thing is, people just need to realize that is if they go and do all that stuff, they'll realize, what's going on? Even our military isn't protecting the Constitution. So what's going on here? It'll help people wake up a little bit.
But when you think this was all designed for this,
Yeah.
when Clinton was in office, he got rid of regulations,
Yep.
Glass-Steagall,
Mm-hmm.
all the factories and stuff, because this is a booming city. China is booming like we were. They got all our factories.
They got all our debt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We owe them money. I don't know why we threatening them.
They yeah. They
And
got.
now China is over in Africa helping them rebuild their infrastructure.
Yep.
Marrying some of them women, having babies by them. Yep.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. And whether Trump is faking fighting China or not, I at least he's acting like he's against China, as opposed to the I guess the Democrats don't even mention China, do they? They're just like,
Hell no.
let's just do what China wants. That's the Democrats. I haven't heard anything with the Democratic candidates saying anything about China.
No, and now one thing I can say, Trump is the only, he's not really a politician, but he's the only one that gave black folks credit for helping to build this country and saying, you didn't get the credit you deserve.
Yeah.
Which is true, because a Democrat never said that. Never. Even the black one. The best thing Elijah Cummings could have done for black folks was die. He ain't do nothing for us. He was never a civil rights leader at all. Never.
He's just
Never.
another figurehead.
He was a teenager when he was when he got punched in the face, marching with Martin Luther King. And he was on that bridge. He just turned 17 when Bernie Sanders was standing behind him with Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
So, and what has he done since then? You saw what Trump called him out and showed his area. Rats running the damn street. Y'all fighting for fucking freaking immigrants. You ain't even fight for your own damn people. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You know who I wish...
Congressional Black Caucus, I forgot the name somebody gave them. Oh, it was hilarious. I'll think of it. Go ahead, Evan.
You know who I wish would have ran for president if he still had all his faculties?
Who?
Muhammad Ali.
Oh, yeah. He was a true black activist. That man lost so much money in boxing because he said, Vietcong ain't do nothing to me. I ain't going over there. And I think that's right, Muhammad Ali. He lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Not going over there. And I didn't blame him.
Yeah.
And more people need to stand up there. These motherfuckers out here calling them activists. Y'all not activists. Hell no.
Yeah.
He was really the true activist.
He's a true fighter, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be an activist, you got to be a fighter. Not necessarily like a combat fighter or hand-to-hand fighter.
No. He wasn't. He was a boxer, but he wasn't using boxing to do it, but he lost a lot of money.
Yep.
I give props to someone like that. That's a true activist.
Yeah.
And them 3 black guys at the Olympics that held up their fists during that time in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was... I mean, just...
And Colin Kaepernick is out the game because he knew during the flag. But actually, a black slave made that flag a female. They just gave it to Betsy Ross. They just taken away our history. All of us never learned history, really, in school. None of us.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we get to write the history books.
No, we never learned our history. When I found that, I said, I'll be damned. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It'll be interesting if like 20, 30 years from now, if everything's still going. Like my kids, they're adults and they talk about history and I'm like, oh man, kids, oh man. If only Shirley were here to tell you.
And that Harriet Tubman movie, that's a joke. Because Comcast had something to do with that damn movie. And how a white man, a slave owner, become a hero. And the black slave was the bounty hunter and tried to kill Harriet Tubman. That's not true history.
Yeah. They've always done that with movies, though. They've always pushed the opposite or the inverse narrative, whatever it is.
But you heard that Byron Allen had won a lawsuit against, he's a black billionaire.
Yeah.
You heard about him?
I think you told me about him before, yeah.
Yeah, he won in the ninth district court against AT&T and Comcast.
Yep, I remember.
Now Comcast then took it to the Supreme Court using the 1866 Civil Rights Act to remove that. And people are like, oh, he's married to a white woman. Who gives a shit? He got the money to go to court and fight this because it's not just a fact. He ain't talking about just him. It's all of black folks and other minorities.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he got a few words for Obama.
Yeah, I like that. I like. It's just that, and that's another thing. I think what kills me about Obama. He's like he's not even fully black yet.
He's not
He's
black. He's Kenyan and white. He lives his white life.
yeah.
He lived in Indonesia.
But he'll be the spokesperson for black people. You know.
Yeah, he was sure enough was. With that flute, singing Amazing Grace and Al Green song. That fucker, he was a snake. He was a snake.
Oh, man.
And people still drinking that damn Kool-Aid.
Yeah. He got people really excited.
I was excited. I used to cry seeing him doing the speeches. And after I saw him get elected, City Bank going in there and saw Guyton and stuff. I said, they were the fucking part of the damn crash. And my husband had to beg me to vote for him the second time because I wasn't going to vote for him. He said, he going to do something. He got nothing to lose. And like some people break it down now, I don't want to hear no more the Republicans was blocking Obama. Hell no. Because Trump is doing a lot more, getting a lot more shit done without using Congress.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because whenever a Republican is in office, the Democrats will be like, yeah, we don't like it. We're against you, but we're going to pass it. And then when a Democrat gets into office, Republicans go, we don't like it. We're just going to block you. And it's like the Democrats, they have
no spine. They have no balls. But it's like Trump asked for a certain amount of money for defense. They gave him more money and voted yes for it.
But that's the setup. You know that's the setup, Shirley. It's designed that way. They designed it that way. So they just see, oh, look, the Republicans are always blocking people, and Democrats, they just really want the Republicans out, and they want people to come out and vote for them. And so...
and they always say that the Republicans are racist. No, some of these Democrats are racist.
Yeah.
And some of the black ones, they are racist. I know, Elijah Cummings was. He ain't like black people. And Nancy Pelosi got a nasty history. A nasty one with her relative. She don't like black people, and that's why her and Elijah Cummings was so close. Because she said, we're not doing nothing for those people.
Yeah.
I'm like, they all puppets down there. Everyone. And like I said about this opioid addiction, they just blatantly showing racism in our faces. I ain't seen no $1 million program set up for us when we had the crack epidemic. They was locking us up and taking people's babies and breaking up more black families home.
I think Michael Jordan may not even like black people. You heard the...
I don't think so either, because you got kids getting killed standing in line to get your damn sneakers. You could drop the price. I forgot that one athlete basketball player. Was selling sneakers for $30. They wasn't thinking about them. That was Michael Jordan. He knew how much, and I believe
Stephon Marbury. Stephon Marbury was the player who was gonna have cheap basketball shoes.
Yeah, it was $30. They wasn't lined up outside for that crap. But Jordan knew what he was doing, and what cracks me up, you grew up poor in the South. And his father got killed because he's gambling debt.
Mm-hmm. Gosh.
See how he did his black wife? He was with her all years, and now he got that, what's she, Brazilian or something like that, and got a new baby with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Jordan said, well, I don't have nothing to do with them about being killed. What?
He knew. They weren't
Yeah,
going to
he
touch
knows.
Jordan, though. I mean, he's too famous.
And he invests in the
Excuse me.
the prison industrial complex also.
Hmm.
Just like Jay-Z. That bastard talking about he doing prison reform. Get the hell out of here. And all he's doing is using Meek Mills, and Meek Mills going to wake up and realize, well, it seems like he's kind of too stupid to realize what. He's going to use them just like Kanye West, and Kanye West left and called him out on it.
Yeah. I mean, I always like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar says, man, so much things could change for the better for the black community if only Michael Jordan actually did something. Because he's got that clout. And which is crazy because, I mean, I don't know how Kareem Abdul-Jabbar isn't as famous as Michael Jordan. I mean, he was amazing.
What's that movie he used to make on the court? I used to crank up. I love that movie. He had some kind of hook.
Hook shot, the jump hook.
Skyhook.
Sorry, Skyhook.
Because I'm like, that's when basketball was really good. Because these new players today, they get millions of dollars. They don't really want to play. Yeah. They really don't. All they're looking at is some money.
They want the endorsements. They want the long-term contracts.
Yeah. Yep.
They want to play in certain cities where, like, they might get acting gigs, like LA or things like that. It's
it has become entertainment along with everything else.
Yeah.
It's not like it used to be.
Yeah. It's not even like it used to be, even like almost 20 years ago. I guess that's saying a lot. I mean, I don't know. Man, how it's funny how fast things change. It seems like it takes forever for things to change. But some things just change really fast.
No, they just been gradually doing it, just like they're throwing that LGBTQ community on it. Didn't they add some more letters to that shit? And that's corporate. That's all corporate. Because I've watched older gay people, and they don't fall for this crap. Because they said this is all corporate.
Yeah.
They pushing it on us. I guess because a lot of billionaires are gay. So they putting money into it. Even the military-industrial complex, Raython donating to the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, it was always a big political thing from the 80s and 90s. And even the 2000s.
Obama helped push for that. I know why.
Michael?
Yep. And him.
Yeah. It's oh man. What cracks me up is when they go, man, why can't we get like our first transgender in the office?
And Joan Rivers said we already have him there. Next thing she knows, civil procedure she normally gets, she dies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, this world is just crazy.
It is. And a lot of people don't want to believe our government is like this. I say I should have a warrant. Everybody don't let the military-industrial complex take over our country. And they have gotten it. Hollywood, politicians, all these corporations.
They go, military-industrial complex? What? Some people don't even know what the military-industrial complex is or what it means or who's...
Oh, no. Or they don't even know what deep state is. My husband's like, what's deep state? I said, you never heard of that? I've been hearing for that for decades.
Yeah.
Since Kennedy.
It's funny how... I mean, we know that the history is all convoluted and messed with.
It's repeating itself.
But at least we know it. But the people who are brainwashed... They don't even know it. It's like,
no.
What's going on?
They was calling JFK a Russian agent, Martin Luther King a Russian agent. Yeah. History is repeating itself.
I think that's the funniest part. It's like, man, Ebon, you're maybe they're talking to you too. Man, Shirley, you're a conspiracy theorist. It's like, well, at least I know the
that was
history.
made.
And they go,
That was made up during the JFK assassination, and poor GW, before he died, he was the only one to say he didn't know where he's at when JFK got murdered. Yeah, right.
yeah. Eric. Eric loves Michael Obama.
You know what? When I was hearing this early on about them too, because I'm like, in her book, I forgot to ask my daughter because she bought the book. I said, why are you making the motherfuckers rich, first of all? I said, look in her book. Since she went through in vitro fertilization, see if she got pictures of her pregnant with either one of them girls. Because you would have one. I don't think she have it in there.
Yeah.
And you never seen no pictures with her pregnant.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
They bamboozled this country. They really did.
I mean,
I take that wig off at night.
So, do you think William Casey's quote is true?
William Casey?
Yeah, he was a CIA director during the Reagan administration, and I think even George W. Bush's. He said, "We'll know our disinformation program is complete when everything the American public believes is false." I mean, why is there a quote by a CIA director, ex-CIA director, saying, "Well, no, when the disinformation program is there? Why is there a disinformation program, and why is it against the American people?" It's like, shouldn't that just raise eyebrows? I mean, shouldn't that have raised eyebrows back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s?
Well, I really was a foul politics back then. I was young, so having fun.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But I be hearing some old stuff. But I never heard about him and him saying that. But it's right. He was right. 9/11. It was to start everything that happened in this country. It was all set up. It was planned.
Yeah. I mean, what I don't get is, like, he says something like that in a paper or on TV, and it's like, shouldn't people be like, what? Why is he saying that? What disinformation program? What, he's our CIA director? It's like, how come there's nothing on that? I guess.
And that's why they won't invite Bill Biddy, Ray McGovern on TV.
What are your thoughts on that?
They don't want to. Well, Obama signed in an NDAA where the news can give us propaganda, and that's all we get propaganda weather.
That's right.
Yeah, we even get propaganda weather. They can't even get the damn weather right.
Well, people like propaganda. My wife, it's funny because when we're watching a show, she'll be on her iPad and going through Facebook, and then when a commercial pops up, she'll stop looking on Facebook and she'll watch the commercials. Look, why do you do that? Why do you always stop to watch the commercials? But when the show is on, you go look on Facebook. It's like I
can't stand them freaking commercials.
I know. I mean, that's all it is. It's our news is just one big commercial.
Cancer. They promoting cancer.
Mm-hmm.
All these cancer hospital commercials. People saying I had cancer in this hospital. I said, this shit wasn't on TV back in the day. And there's more commercials being shown on TV than a little bit. That's why I DVR my shows and I forward them damn commercials. Because I don't want to see that crap.
Yeah.
I used to like seeing the old commercials, like, Mikey, he will eat it. He'll eat anything. Stuff like that. You don't see stuff like that no more.
Yeah. Or some funny commercials, right?
Yeah. You may see a few here and there, but most of them is all about pharmaceuticals, and it was against the law to show that shit here.
Yeah.
Because other countries don't show it, then you're not allowed.
And people just assume because they've got a FDA approval that it's safe. It's like, look at the actual.
Hell no.
Yeah. Let's look at the actual what made it so that the FDA approved it. Let's look at the scientific experiments, the research, all that stuff. They go, oh, I'm sorry, that's private information, privileged information. But we're the FDA. We saw it, we approved it, and so it's good.
And the pharmaceutical company already told the FDA that we don't need you to test the drugs. We tested ourselves. We got experts.
Mm-hmm.
So they tested their own drugs.
It's like maybe it's like they have a FDA approved training license or something. So they work for the corporations.
You ever go to a doctor office and then you see people coming in with suits with briefcases? Are you from a pharmaceutical company?
Yeah. They even made some movies about that too. People just don't pay attention, or they see it in a movie. I think that's another thing that one of my old conspiracy theories before is like they'll show stuff in the movies, the truth in the movies, and then when people watch the movies, like, what, you think that's true? That was in a movie. Psh, you're crazy. and then they'll tell the lies like on the news. So you're like, look, this is the news. What they say is the truth. What you're just telling me is that you watched a movie, a fictional movie, and you're saying that's true. Yeah, you're cuckoo. They got it all under control, man. It's hilarious just to see.
Yeah, because a lot of the old shows from the 70s, like Barney Miller, they mentioned Bush's name back then. He wasn't even president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. It's from a movie, Shirley. You know,
I know it's from a movie, but some TV shows, there's some movie, I saw a movie in black and white. The guy told me, I don't think I want to move out of this country because they doing this and that. I'm like, man, that shit sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but it's true.
Yeah, I know.
What he was saying. That movie was in black and white.
Yeah. Oh, it's all one big joke. And the joke's on us.
Yep, it is. People are still asleep. And then when something happened, my cousin was like, what do you mean? I said, they trying to put us in concentration camps. That's what they try to do.
I don't think they need to. They got people.
Well, they don't need to with black folks. That's why they have us like they do in the hood. I don't live in the hood now, but still. But that's what they doing. Yeah. They keep them confined in one space. You can go talk to the people out there. They'll tell you, we confined in one space. And they be like, oh, here come the cops. And there be a bunch of black ones. They say, oh, those are the ones you got to really worry about more than the white cops. Because the black cops are worse than the white ones. Because they be like, we need somebody of our color in our neighborhood. No, we don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a difference. They train to do this.
And Cyrus Mysterious was saying, you saw that video where the guy working for Monsanto, someone interviewed him and said, hey, we've got a bottle of Roundup and you're saying it's safe. Would you go ahead and drink it right now? And the guy was saying, yeah, of course it's safe. You know, it's like, okay, so go ahead and drink it. And he goes, no, are you crazy? What are you, an idiot? People still think it's safe. They go, well, it's fine.
And what kills me, it seems like when they getting sued and get big, then people get big settlements, that money don't mean nothing to them.
Yeah.
Because like when that one black guy that was doing the groundskeeping at the school, he won $200-something, $1 million. They appealed it. I call him Bear Monsanto because Bear bought Monsanto now. Mm-hmm. But anyway, they talk him down. I think he got like 70-something million. Yeah. And you know, the corporate lawyer will say, well, he's going to die anyway. That's too much money. In the courtroom.
Yeah. And I think right now, I think class action suits are kind of a joke. Because they'll sue a corporation for, I don't know, say $20 million, but affect to, say, 100
And the
million
other,
people or something like that, and so everyone gets like
yeah,
$20. It's like $20.
yeah, that ain't shit.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that
Mm-mm.
$20 million is nothing for the corporation, and $20 isn't gonna help anybody that was
No.
affected by it. So it's like a big joke. Another big joke. There's so many
Yep.
topics we can do. Surely, it's just horrible. It's like, hey guys, figure this one out. It's pretty easy. It's like, nope. I'm going to watch that movie. Oh no, wait! There's a new Apple commercial. Let's check that one out. Or hey, this famous person, this famous YouTuber had plastic surgery. Let's go make fun of that YouTuber. I don't know. I can barely break double digits on my live streams, and then someone could talk about. Someone could just probably do reviews on commercials, and they'll get millions of views.
I know one thing. I'm glad I don't dream about this shit.
Oh yeah.
I just think about it during the day. When I go to sleep, I sleep like a baby.
Yeah.
Cause I can't stand these vaccinations.
Mhm.
And then they trying to, cause there's some kids that should be held exempt from getting them because whatever they born with, they can't take it. And the California has a law where they trying to take away the exempt thing, and if the doctor don't give them a vaccination, the doctor can lose their license. You don't even own your children. The government does.
Yeah.
Now, I believe in vaccinations. I'm not anti-vax, but this new stuff they coming out with,
Mhm. Oh, I was reading a article today, and they alluded to a book. The book was called The Blade Runner. It's not the Blade Runner the movie. The Blade Runner the movie was based off of a book called excuse me. Do sheep dream of no? Do androids dream of electric sheep or something like that? But anyways, there's a book called The Blade Runner, and the premise of the story was that there was universal health care passed in America, but in order to have access to the medical care, uh, anyone who's over the age of 5 had to be sterilized. So there are some who didn't want to partake in it, but then they wouldn't get medical care. So there's this big, huge black market where people would try to would get health treatment through the black market. So I think that's a pretty interesting book, because guess what's being passed or trying to get passed? Universal health care. But I think if it's going to happen, they're going to make it so horrible, or they're going to mandate something like that where if you want your health care, and that's it. That's the only way you get health care. And you're going to have to take like vaccinations. You'll have to be sterilized. Something crazy like that's going to happen.
because the Democrats have no idea that new Obama plan, that was a Hillary plan and a Republican plan.
Yeah.
Because my
Mitt
nephew's
Romney.
getting hit hard because he don't have insurance, and when he files his taxes, that penalty kills it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mitt Romney. I was in Massachusetts before Obamacare started. We had to do that in Massachusetts with Romney Care, and all the Democrats got excited for it. They didn't get excited for what Obama was proposing during his 2008 presidential run, because they were expecting the public option to pass, right? In
Yeah, because
2008.
Tom Daschle came in and said no public option.
Yeah.
Because he working for the health industry, a lobbyist.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Daschle. I couldn't remember his name before, but I remember it now with that orange red hair like Trump.
Yeah, I still remember a couple of those older politicians. Oh man.
Yep.
I don't
Obama
know.
didn't just like black people. He didn't like poor people either.
Yeah. It's
And just
weird.
like that opioid epidemic in Kensington here in Philadelphia, that's the Badlands.
Hmm.
They ain't care about them white folks. When it hits the middle class population with the white folks, that's when they want to start cleaning it up and giving millions of dollars, opening up. They're gonna open up injection sites here in Philly. But I think the U.S. Attorney General here said he's going to shut them down. Because I'm like, are y'all going to give them treatment to get off of it or what? You just going to let them come and inject? And even the addicts said, them people not going to come there and get injections. No.
Yeah.
They're cleaning up the Badlands. They forgot about them. Them people was down there during the crack epidemic. That's class.
Yep. They say Vox just did an article 13 hours ago. The opioid epidemic cost $2.5 trillion over 4 years. That's the government hard at work, huh?
Yeah. And while we still in Afghanistan, when we first got there, we had what's that group? That terrorist group burned the fields. They burned the fields, and now they let them grow back. The U.S. let it grow back. What they doing is shipping that shit back over here, so they never gonna kill that epidemic, just like they was doing with crack.
Mm-hmm.
But the crack era ended.
CIA is just drug runners.
Yeah, that's all they are. Because I watched this show called Snowfall. It's about this guy. That's what I thought it was. Who it was? Let me see.
So they
The
smuggle
guy was named Gary Webb,
Gary Webb.
and he was a reporter. And he infiltrated the CIA.
Yep.
This was the show about Snowfall. It comes on FX.
Wasn't
It's
he
a good show.
Wasn't he on the the Clinton hit list? I might think of
Yep,
someone
because
else.
he died of a suicide with 2 bullet wounds to the head. That ain't no goddamn suicide. Yeah, because he was finding out that he was a independent. He worked for newspapers and stuff, but he was a good reporter and he won awards. He went out and investigated because you don't have reporters like that no more, really. And he went under the CIA and found out they was bringing cocaine into the lower income black neighborhoods in California.
There's a movie that was out in 2014 played by Jeremy Renner who's playing Gary Webb. It's called Kill the Messenger. I never heard about that. I wonder.
I heard of that movie, but I never watched it.
I'll have to
I
take a
don't
look.
think I was really into politics then, but this show Snowfall is really, really good. They show how they started making crack. Because we don't know about that stuff in those neighborhoods. No.
Yeah.
And how guns are getting in there. Every night here now, we getting like Chicago. It's a damn shooting, even during the day.
Yeah, you would think, Chicago's been like that for how many decades? You would think that the government would figure things out. Otherwise, the government's...
No, they ain't figuring it out because I heard the people said that they believe some former cops or the Ku Klux Klan, they come in the neighborhood in hoods and stuff, do a shooting and get away real quick, and then they get blamed on somebody else. Because remember that girl that was shot and killed in Chicago? She played in the band at Obama's inauguration. Well, the young guy, huh?
No, I can't remember off
You
the top
don't
of my
remember
head.
that?
No.
Yeah, she played, I forgot her name, but she played in the inauguration with her school band from Chicago. And when she went back to school, she was just hanging out in the playground. She got shot and killed. And they got this young guy, black guy, he went to trial, and they gave him 98 years. And you know how you do statement, a witness impairment statement to the family.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I can't say sorry for something I did not do. From up until the time from when he was, arrested, he said he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Even down to when he got found guilty and sentenced. And that cop that did the 16 shots against Laquan McDonald in a cushy prison now, and he only got a short period of time, he'll be out soon. That was blatant murder.
Yeah.
And they fired the cops that covered up because they got freed on in the trial they was for covering up that case, but they got free, but they got fired later on from the force. You gotta watch. The judicial system is just jacked up because the judges love cops, and I never want to get on the jury again because the jury I was last on, it was 2 former cops stealing utilities. And it was just crazy because I knew a former cop that go to my hairdresser, and she went to training academy with the female officer, and she said, yeah, she got issues, she got problems, she's crazy. And when we found them both guilty, she howling out in the courtroom. The judge had to put her in contempt of court, but the former cop that I knew, she said, yeah, that judge you had, he likes cops. I said, I figured that. I figured that during the trial. I was on there for 10 days for somebody stealing utilities. Because this woman was holding out to I never been in my basement to look at my meter. I'm like, and I've been in my house for 30 years. I'm like, you have never been in your house, your basement of your house all these years?
Yeah.
That's crazy. She was the holdout. Well, my doctor got me out of them jury duties. You can't just call me right now.
I remember I tried to get out of jury duty. But they saw me. I was like the only Asian guy there. I was like, yeah, we want the Asian guy. I'm like, damn it. Oh, well.
Hold on a minute.
Anyways, if anyone else wants to get on, I think I may end it pretty soon just because I've got solo parenting duty. So I kind of do want to get some rest. I mean, I know I probably won't go to sleep till 2:30 anyways, but at least I'll be going to sleep at 2:30 and not like 4:30 or 5. But I will wait for Shirley. Oh, Shirley, you back?
I'm back.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I may end it early tonight just so I could get some rest. I've got solo parenting duty all weekend until Tuesday, or at least Monday night.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're going to have fun.
Yeah, I have fun. I just get tired.
Yeah, it's tiring.
Yeah. But at least it's the weekend.
Enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, same with you. How's your granddaughter doing? Your newest granddaughter?
Oh, she's doing fine.
Yeah. How's your daughter holding up?
Oh, she's okay.
And this daughter's her first child, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the last.
Oh, she doesn't want any more after this one?
Nope.
Is it just a bad pregnancy experience or what?
No, delivery.
Oh, it's just
so she had to get a C-section.
Oh. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, my wife the first one was a hard one for her, and then the second one was she doesn't really like the pregnancy experience. But also my son's head was just big. So it hurt her a lot. She's like, "This is it. I'm all done." 2 and done. So yeah. It's fine. I like the idea of having just less kids just so I can have more time focused on them rather than spread out with like 6 or 8 or 15 kids, you know. It's like, how am I supposed to spend time with 15 kids?
What up?
My husband said, "What up?"
Yeah, how's it going? What's your husband's name?
Curtis.
Hey, Curtis, how's it going?
Hey, Curtis, how's it going? That's what Evan said. Oh, God.
Oh, who does he like for the 2020 election?
He likes Bernie, but I say they cheating him already, man. 2000, I say he's leading in these polls. They coming out with polls that like they're cheating Tulsi.
Yeah. Well, the thing about those polls? It doesn't reflect the with the money that they're raising. Like,
No.
I would imagine. I wouldn't say imagine. I would hazard an educated guess that Bernie Sanders gets more money from individuals than any PACs, and that reflects.
I think he has a PAC though.
Oh, he does
have
now?
A PAC.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he had a PAC when he started. I forgot what it said, but they say it's not the PAC like the
It's not a super
establishment.
PAC. That's.
Yeah.
I guess I should probably state it that way. But yeah, so it reflects more of individuals that are donating to him. So if he's got like $50 million, there's at least 50 million, or there's probably like at least 25 million people supporting him, you know. Oh, Eric is in. How's it going, Eric?
Oh. Hey, Eric.
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Talking about your favorite people, Hillary Clinton and Michael Obama.
Big Mike, the big old strap on, the big old piece of plastic that plows Barry in a butthole with icy hot lube.
I don't know how I stay not copyright striked on my show. I was just gonna end it so I could get some
That's
sleep.
Understandable. But I just wanted to stop it and say hello.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Before
Thanks, Eric.
everyone leaves.
Hey, Eric.
We should have a proper conversation. I think we'll have a big celebration when Hillary Clinton officially runs for office in 2020.
A celebratory live stream.
Yeah. Hillary Clinton is running.
And I could just list so many things on how many reasons why Hillary Clinton will lose in 2020 and how Trump will get reelected yet again.
That's where we differ. That's where I differ with H.A. Goodman. H.A. says that Trump will win, but Hillary Clinton, if she's running, she's gonna run it nasty. People are gonna be dying left and right. Things are gonna be like. It's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be chaos.
Shit, we said it at the same time.
I know.
If she had become president, we would be in war with Russia.
We're gonna be in war with everybody.
Everybody.
People don't like only her cult. Only the Hillary Clinton cult likes Hillary.
They're gonna have people come for not just my guns, but my NRA hat.
I think that's why Beto lost us in the debate. He said, "Yeah, I'm coming to take your AK-47s and your AR-15s." And I think that's why he had to drop out, because his money was dwindling up with donations.
Yeah, he's
and that soy-infested soil that he eats. Soil.
All right. Thanks for joining me, Shirley and Eric. Hopefully, you guys have a good weekend.
I will. Bye, everyone. Have a great weekend.
And my saying before I leave is, instead of questioning my sanity, you should start by questioning your insanity. Thanks.
I don't have an insanity. I have a sanity, because I'm awoke. Oh, really awake.
But they took that saying, Shirley. Are you democratically woke?
I don't affiliate with them damn Democrats or the Republicans.
Yeah, same here.
Either or. They all one party.
Yes, they are.
They all the same party. They go to fundraisers together, be talking about us. Oh, them people think we're going to give them something. They got to be kidding me, raising money. Both parties together.
It's one big party.
They all think alike.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all one big party.
And
oh, go ahead. Sorry,
Fed, Go ahead, say it, Evan.
I was just gonna say it's one big party and we ain't invited.
Yup. And George Carlin, if he was alive today talking the stuff he'd be censored.
Yeah, he would. I'm kind of
Oh,
glad.
they would go after George Carlin big time.
Yeah.
Even if Joan Rivers were alive today, they'd go after her too. But she would be like, "Oh, fuck this! I'm just gonna keep making jokes." She's like, "Can't fucking do a thing
it's
about
like
it."
they got rid of all the comedians who.
The good ones.
Yeah, all the good ones.
Yeah.
That would just.
Roseanne Barr.
Mm-hmm.
She was good. I love that show.
Yeah.
And I don't watch that new show without her.
Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't feel the same without her. It's like it's like they took like the characters from Roseanne and just made it into crap.
I mean, it was called the Roseanne Barr Show, so how can you have the Roseanne Barr Show with that Roseanne?
Exactly.
She said that show was about her life, her family, because she's Jewish.
I didn't know that. That's weird.
Yeah, she's Jewish.
Oh.
Yeah, because remember she dressed up as a Hitler in a Nazi uniform? She wasn't bad at all.
Yeah. It makes sense now. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks you guys, and good night.
Bye everyone. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
You too. Bye.